Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Are your plastic fenders on your GX470 falling off? Well, today I'm going to show you how I fixed them. So when we got back from Colorado, it tried to take two of my fenders off, and so when I got home I just took the rest of them off. Also changed out the entire front end, but I didn't film that because there was lots of cussing and tool throwing. Repainted the hood, a little splotchy. But anyways, this is a couple days after with the final product on the side of the Lexus. Know what that is? That's a big pile of Lexus GX470 fenders and trim pieces. I finally had enough of them basically falling off anytime I would flex the GX470 out, so they're gone, and this is what it looks like. Front bumper looks terrible, gonna address that eventually. Rest of this looks okay. Rear kind of also looks terrible, gonna address that, but much more slimline, dropped, I don't know, probably a couple pounds. And all the holes, I have a plan to address those, but it's raining today, so I figured why not do some wet sanding and one, fix this hood, and two, fix these rock sliders, and three, fix these holes all in the side of this where I pulled the fenders off after Colorado. I'm going to start off with some 60 grit to really knock some of this stuff down, and then I'll move it up. So you can see how bad of a job I did painting it originally, because this is just one pass wet sanded with some 60 grit. Clearly I'm not a paint and body guy, but anyways, now we're gonna step it down to 320. Okay, we're all sanded down and wiped off. Did a really poor tape job and got some Rust-Oleum. Let's see how this down and dirty goes. Okay, first coat on. We're gonna let that sit for 10-15 minutes and then hit it with another coat. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. We're gonna do a second coat on that, and then I've started sanding the bottom panels down here. So while we're waiting for the fourth coat to dry, there's the puppers. I'm gonna use some of this multi-purpose foil tape to cover up these holes, and then I'm going to sand it again, and we're going to spray some bedliner on it. So every little hole is getting a piece of this tin tape or whatever it is to cover this up, right? Then we're going to sand it and throw some bedliner on it. Okay, all the taping is done, so now we're going to hit it with some 320 over some of this tape, and hopefully it doesn't rip the tape off. Lesson learned from these, I don't know if camera will focus in, but you just kind of want to lightly hit them, knock the edges off, and kind of knock the shine off that tape so that the bed liner will stick to it, right? I think you can agree that taping this stuff off is always the worst part. Side note, trash bags don't really fit on 35s. Who knew? I have followed the instructions on the Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. That's what we're going to use. I have shaken vigorously for a minute now, and time to put it on. We're going to see how it goes. Surprisingly, going on pretty well. Alright, I've got one little light coat on here, and word of caution, this stuff goes on heavy. Definitely heavier than spray paint, so I've already had to fix some runs I had, so keep your distance and spray lightly. Okay, first coat, looks okay. Starting to kind of get to where you almost can't see the metal tape. We're going to do a few more coats of this to make sure you can't. So, after 2 full cans on both sides, I'm going to pull some tape off and see how she turned out. Be right back when we get this tape off. Okay, all the tape's pulled off. It definitely looks better than it did before. It's the hood that got repainted. Didn't do a great job on that. Anyways, these sides, if you get up close or get in the right lighting, you can definitely still see where the tape is. But, I mean, way better than it was before. Also touched up the rock sliders. Touched up the rear bumper. Way better than before. So, in conclusion, I think this project turned out pretty well. You can still sort of see the indentions where the holes were and the tape outline through it, but I mean, from a distance, it looks perfectly fine. A couple things I would have done differently if I were to do it again, and you might do this instead. Instead of doing individual little torn off pieces of tape, I would have taken a long piece and just laid it down, so it would have been more uniform maybe and less noticeable. The other thing is I would have used some bed liner with a little more grit in it to help hide that better, and eventually I may go back and redo this, but I mean, for now it looks fine. I mean, this is kind of a trail rig daily driver that gets all beat up and scratched up anyway, so really not that big a deal to me anyways. But anyways, if you have any comments, just leave them down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.